And it's okay if it doesn't, if there's some glitches. There's a solar flow, you guys. We're live. Okay, wait. We're live on Zoom. Let's see. Okay, wait.
Play clips and meetings?
No, you don't want to do that.
I don't want to learn more about it right now.
Oh,
I'm so thirsty.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
It's all right. We're just, everybody, we are gearing up here. This is YouTube. I just have my computer. Let me actually, maybe I'll put my phone up.
Why do we look orange on YouTube?
Because
FYI, this is a red sweater.
it might be my phone. I mean, my computer. Oh, look, people are coming. Hello, welcome, everybody. Welcome, TikTok. You are coming on to the best new talk show that you've ever been on in your lives. Because you are going to get, I know a lot of you,
How do we know which one to look at?
You have to just look at all of them. Because we are multidimensional beings. Okay, you guys, listen. If you just joined on TikTok, wait, I'm going to start it over one more time. Hold on. So on TikTok, we're going to get a bunch of people who don't know us at all. That's just the way it goes. Okay, resume. Okay. This is so cute. Look how cute you look. And now Katie's doing her Facebook Live. We've got Zoom on. We'll keep an eye and see if anyone joins on Zoom. And here we are on YouTube. And
should we flip the position of Zoom and YouTube? Because they're probably gonna get. It's better to.
I don't know how to do that.
Guys, here we go.
Are we recording this?
Oh yes, record that.
Ooh.
Here we go. We are live on Facebook.
Recording in progress.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. Hi.
I
Hi.
think we did it.
We did it.
All right.
We're live. We're live. I'm gonna just go check the TikTok for a moment and make sure it's actually on.
Great.
We couldn't go live on Instagram, everyone, because Courtney and Katie. Welcome to TikTok Live. Okay, we have. Here come people. Hi, everybody. Stay on. This is gonna be the best. They're like TikTok has people from all over the world. Like you know, anyone can show up on there.
Great.
Oh, great.
That's awesome.
Hi, Facebook. Oh my gosh, usually Katie's the one that is like showing up on my Facebook Live. So now you're actually
together.
Oh my gosh. And
Awesome.
here we are on Zoom.
Yeah.
This is great.
Okay.
You guys, I want to tell you all that this is our maiden voyage.
Oh, it's 333.
Ah, yes it is.
All right.
This is our maiden voyage, everyone. Welcome to Soul Signatures Talk Show. Is that what you want to call it?
I guess, yeah.
I love can you imagine, you guys, the gorgeous gift of getting to sit in a space with 3 mediums and psychics. We love 3 mediums, 3 psychics, incredible multidimensional beings who some of us have died. An astrologer. Some of us have died and come back to life 3 times. Some of us, it's not me. And we wanted to share our magic with you. We wanted to get it out into the world and take this step. There's sometimes the best thing to do is simply step in messy and see what happens. We want to simply have these incredible conversations that we have so that you can hear them, and we're sending out our signals so that you can feel less alone. Yeah. And we don't have any plan. We don't have any plan at all. So get ready.
Yeah.
I know. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
We have a little bit of a plan because we've been talking about things, but we're let's introduce, since a lot of you don't know us, why don't we introduce ourselves formally?
Okay, that sounds good.
Oh, great. Is you going to make me go first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a good example of getting comfortable being uncomfortable.
Okay, here I am.
Yes.
Because we love you.
Yes.
Okay, so I am Courtney Orlando, and I am both a psychic medium and a medical intuitive, and I'm actually a clinical expert. So both are true, right? Like, people don't like to talk about that as one invalidating the other, but for me, they go perfect in my work. So I am an advanced practice nurse and clinical expert in integrative medicine and nutrition. and also mind body medicine. I have a million degrees and I don't know anything. That's what I like to say. So no, I actually know a lot of things, but I think it's so. I'm sorry, you guys. I got distracted because Sophia jumped on. Hi. Where are you? Okay. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Oh my God.
We're gonna mute you.
Wait, we're gonna mute you, but not because I ever want to mute you. I never do.
I love you. Oh, it's
Wait,
so nice.
Did I do it?
Yes, you did.
Okay. So, yeah, and I'm also what's called an NET practitioner, which is the neuroemotional technique. I am the founder and developer of Nodal Point Therapy. If you don't know what it is, look it up. You can go on my website at www.nodalpointenergyworks.com and see a more comprehensive background and the services that I do, both as a clinical expert and a expert intuitive.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's it. Like that's enough.
Okay.
That's enough. All right.
More will be revealed.
More will
Yes.
be revealed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
All right. I'm Katie Hagel. I am also a medium, a medical intuitive, a teacher. I do sound healing. I have my 500-hour yoga certification. I also am a reflexologist. I have my business card say multidimensional badass. So that is the best description for me. And I spent a lot of years teaching. Courtney and I actually have developed an entire course that we got to teach this weekend with each other. It's called Reiki Beyond the Matrix. And we spent the weekend in the quantum realms, and it was amazing. So we are just unfolding into this, just like you guys are all unfolding into this, and it's great to be able to have like a community, and find your people. So this is part of what we are going to talk about today after Natalie introduces herself.
Yeah. And then after I introduce myself, I actually would love to hear more about what it was like to teach all weekend in these magical realms, because Courtney and Katie are creating these ways of studying that no one has done before, because it simply hasn't been done. And they might be the answer to your prayers of someone that you want to study with. And you're like, where do I find the people who acknowledge and understand that there are beings from all over the universe who are also here, that we don't necessarily have to be able to see them to know they're here? Where are the beings who are going to validate my experience? Where are the beings who are going to teach me how to work with that energy? Where are the beings who are going to help me learn how to work with my own frequency and step into the highest frequency? They're here. Like, I am not doing this coursework with them, and I'm working probably in the ethers with them, in the spirit realms with them. So I want to really invite you to take note, and we will put our contact information under all of these things that we're posting right now. And my name's Natalie Levin, and I sing opera. I am a yoga teacher. I am an astrologer. I'm a teacher. I am a holistic, trauma-informed, comprehensive financial professional. I have a 10-year-old, and I now will say I'm psychic, and I do channel, and my mediumship skills are coming online, and I'm really, really diving every day, even more and more and more into what I like to call, I heard this from one of my mentors, Melanie Ann Layer, the God zone. Like, I feel like I'm walking around constantly being like, this is a miracle. Like, we're sitting here looking at 4 different ring lights. We are like, the 3 of us are actually physically together.
Yeah.
This is the magic. Like, we actually live, we can drive to each other's houses.
Yeah.
We are soul family, and we happen to be able to be together physically, which is not always the case. And we're together during one of the most momentous time astrologically and energetically that we've ever experienced in this lifetime.
Yeah.
Like with the
Yeah.
incredible, I don't know again how much you have heard about it, but 3i Atlas, which is this incredible heavenly body that is floating around our solar system, is going to be closest to Earth on December 19th.
Oh wow.
And it is communicating an incredible amount of like love and love frequency, love energy to us, and inviting that to come ever more online over and over and over, which I'm imagining you guys felt this weekend in your teaching in some way. I don't know. Would you be open to sharing what that was like, or is that okay to share?
Oh, I mean, that's
like what were you teaching?
So Reiki Beyond the Matrix is a channeled in quantum way to work with Reiki energy. The foundation is Usui. We do double certification when we do this class. So you are certified in Usui Reiki, but then you get a certification on top of that for Beyond the Matrix. And it really is just taking it next level and working in the quantum realms with like the quantum fields.
Light codes,
light
transmissions,
codes,
matrixing, working with the nervous system, not just in the body, but the nervous system that's in the human biofield and quantum field.
Yeah.
So like here's the deal, like it doesn't undermine, it grows on the Usui.
Absolutely.
So like that's always like our basis, but it's just like any other medicine in the world. Like, you know, if that was like 1930s medicine, like we want to upgrade, right? Like it's 2025, you know, it's like over 100 years later. So it's due for an upgrade, and human consciousness has shifted dramatically on this planet since then. In the 1970s came on board as a collective. It's not like the first person ever popped up in 1970 as what's called the integral phase of consciousness development, but it onboarded live in the collective. So it's like the phase of collective consciousness and an individual consciousness that, and this is why you're seeing logic and making room for magic and mysticism again come back on board, because in that phase of human consciousness development, in the integral theory of consciousness development, they measure about 50%. It might be more now, I'd have to go check it out, but about 50% of the planet has come on board on that, somewhere around that. So let me double check that, because people will be like, oh, little Google fingers. But at any rate,
it's a frequency upgrade.
It is a frequency upgrade. And what happens is in that phase of development, we are able to expand in a way that we can open to, we still carry the logic, but we also make room for magic and mysticism, hence the integral phase. And it's the one, by the time we get to that phase, which is the seventh stage or phase, whatever you want to call it, of consciousness development, we don't go backwards. So this isn't like when we're stressed and you're in the magic and mysticism and fantasy, just that without the grounding. It's because you went backwards. And our consciousness development isn't linear either. It's non-linear. And I think that's what people need to understand. It's non-linear, and there's parts of us that are very well developed, and then there's parts that are not, but you'll have an overall kind of stage that you're at, right? Like, so like human goal is throughout history, which is what the goal of the great yogis were, and many people, was enlightenment, right? That is like what and there are people that have hit that already, in the world, you know? So, but this is an exciting spot to be in. And I think that's why too, like when I'm on this topic, when I'm hot on this topic, I think like discerning the difference between someone who is more like grounded in that integral phase of consciousness development, meaning, hey, like I'm making room for magic and mysticism and the mysteries of life, and like shutting off everything I think I know, but I'm also bringing that logic, and both are equally important, rather than I'm an ungrounded individual because I'm stressed and I want to be avoidant and doing my inner work, or I can't cope, or I have so much trauma in my body and I don't know what to do with it. That's not their fault, but like where it makes them go like all the way backwards to be more like kid like that and childlike in an ungrounded way.
way.
Yeah.
Like I'm going into fantasy magic because I actually don't want to accept what's happening right now.
Yes.
You know, and like acceptance in the framework of like mindfulness, like can I look at something in the way of like just seeing it as it is, not through the lens of experience, not through the lens of judgment, and not how I wish it would be.
Exactly.
And like just that, and that's a process.
Yeah.
True acceptance. It's not like, well, I just have to accept it. No, that's passive resignation.
I was like,
You know,
that's passive aggression.
that's passive aggression. It's resignation.
I know.
But at any rate, when we were teaching this, I don't know how we got off to that, but
No,
when
I like hearing
when
all
we were
this.
like,
It's bringing stuff up for me.
well, I guess when we're talking about that, it's when we're looking at the Reiki and what happened when we developed it.
Yeah.
Is that we are our literal space for what I can hold has just widened, and so hasn't a lot of people in the collective, and they're just like, whoa, and it feels like it breaks all the rules, kind of like quantum physics is breaking all the rules, and people are like, wait, what, and sometimes that can make you feel like, oh no, I don't know who I am anymore, and it's like, you are who you are moment to moment. What about that?
Yeah.
Like, what about that? Like, what you trying to cling to, this is what I am, is like an unhealthy latching to an identity that may no longer serve you. So it's like, for us to be able to give this space of an unfolding, I think in Reiki Beyond the Matrix, we're looking at like, okay, we have access to this quantum realm, and when you are doing these things and we're widening, like in that realm, we're also in so much more contact with other beings, and not from a fear standpoint. You know, everybody wants to demonize, and demonizing is that's a fear factor. That's coming from the moralistic phase of development, which is fine if you're there. It's nobody wants to fault you. That's great. We're happy, but that's all that like dogmatic positioning. We're like black and white, and thank God that society on a whole in the world is like moving from that, and we're here for it. And when we're doing that, like we were noticing, like, hey, there's different things going on that standardized Usui wasn't teaching. And we're looking at harmonics and patterns, and we're looking at like taking the charge and restructure.
It's restructure. I mean, what rematrixing does is it looks at your nervous system in your body. It looks at your nervous system in your energy field and in the quantum field. And it allows the way that the energy moves, because we don't direct the energy. We just hold the space for that energy. So that energy comes in, and, you know, through our intuition and the fact that we are connected and know that that is the case and trust it, we are able to hold that energy for it to work for that person's highest good. And what happens is it's almost, to me, it looks like when you kind of crack a whip and it goes whoosh, and it goes like this, and it just sends this energy in all directions, both ways, forward, backwards, all around you. And it rebalances and it restructures so that the things that may have been heavy for you, I mean, even with physical pain and emotional pain and all of these things.
It helps to get you out of negative feedback loops,
and it
too,
really
that happen from charges that store in the body, but also these charges store in the field. So like both can be true, and you have to, when you're really talking about doing whole person, let's talk about the whole person field then. Because
and that includes the quantum.
And that includes the quantum, but here's the kicker. Our thing is it gets you more in the body than ever. See, so it's not about getting out of the body. It's how can I be in my body, because I came here to be a human, right? And I came here to be a human on this planet and experience this through the lens of being a human. And, you know, everybody wants to kill the ego, and humans are bad, and there's something bad about. First of all, I'm done buying into that bullshit.
Right.
No, because we are all connected to Mother Nature, universe, source, God, goddess. And if they are perfect and we are a part of them,
Right.
then we are also perfect and just as we are meant to be.
Right.
Exactly.
And there is no separation.
Right.
And that is this
Yes.
energy that we're working with right now is what's coming up for a lot of people, at least that I've seen, is this idea that you have to do something to reconnect when the truth is you're already connected. You know, it's just let's get some of the static out of the way so that you can feel that a little bit more.
Yeah.
So that you can trust that a little bit more. So that you don't have to look outside of yourself for the answers that you're looking for. So you can learn to trust yourself. And the more you're in your body, the easier that becomes to do that. Because your body, I love how you describe it as like a cell phone. You know, how our bodies. So would you like to kind of like just
like so I love the woo, and I like to take the woo out of the woo.
Right.
Because I speak both languages. And honestly, what happens is, you know, I had said I got to describe this when I was on a psychic story.
Oh, cool! Yes.
About that.
Hi, Nicole, if you watch. Hi, Nicole Bigley, if you watch this.
But this was.
And check out A Psychic Story because she's amazing.
Oh yes, check out A Psychic Story.
Plug for her.
Yeah, yeah.
That was so. Basically, it's like, what are we like? How is nobody questions how does your cell phone get any messages? Like, here it is, this little device. It's not connected to anything, right? And it's not magic. It's not magic. It's what it is electricity, right? Through a body of water. That's what we are. We're electricity. Our nervous system is literal electricity. We are through a body of water. We're mostly water, right? And then within our cell structures, what we're learning and what we found out in scientific data is that we have crystalline-like structures. And so from like a systems biology approach, like that, no longer is it the mind is separated from the body. It's one. You know, in the old Cartesian view, which Dr. Monty, is my mentor at Jefferson, likes to teach. Like, it's like he'll teach us about the old Cartesian view is like this, everything's separate. And when we get into the more systems approach, it's everything's connected.
Yeah.
And the emotions of my mind is not separate than my body.
Yeah.
You know, kind of, it's the concept. And so this is why, because when you look at even where the location of the subconscious and unconscious, which is your mammalian, your reptilian brain is, it goes through the entire body. So it's your vagus nerve it attaches here and it goes all the way down, and you have all these clusters, and each one of those clusters are your 7 main chakras.
Yes.
So what's happening is that's transmitting information literally up and down. So it goes both this way and that way. It's actually approximately 75%, which is called afferent, which is actually a bottom up.
I love you.
I know. I'm sorry.
She gets so excited
because what we're trying to do.
She's really, really smart. Everybody, you both are.
The vagus nerve is my favorite nerve.
It is.
It is, honestly, it's amazing. If you don't know what the vagus nerve does, I'm telling you, look it up. And vasovagal theory, and it's amazing stuff.
Because what happens is we are trying to come from our neocortex, and we're trying, which is right here in the front, and we're trying to take this 25% and control everything. And we're gonna think our way out. You're not gonna think your way out of shit. You're gonna get tired, and you're gonna overcompensate, and you're gonna adrenal fatigue. Okay, that's what's gonna happen, and you're not gonna be a clear channel.
Yeah.
So to get in our bodies,
that happened to me,
right?
2 years ago.
You want to talk about
I was
that?
like, I could not get out of my head. I was in a constant loop that was playing the same story of catastrophe over and over and over. And the catastrophe was, I'm going to be on the streets living without a house and like with nothing left and not able to care for my family. And I couldn't get out of it. And it affected my whole body. I couldn't eat and I couldn't sleep. And I felt like I was dying. Like, I feel like the fear of the event made it actually start to manifest. Yes. And
because it's hijacked as part of your aliveness. There was some sort of trauma that stores in the body. And that's why sometimes we'll like reattract things. So we'll use things like NET, Reiki Beyond the Matrix, where we're rematrixing. Sometimes I'll combine the two, or nodal point therapy to bring in that harmonics. There's different modalities that really work. And like, I feel like that is what happens too, is like, there's this anything goes and everybody's selling something. And I feel like there's so much muddled instability in the collective right now.
Yeah.
Which I think was part of the reason we came on the talk show, because we're like, can we bring some valuable information that's not actual bullshit? And it's okay if you think it's bullshit, like room for plenty of you to think it's bullshit. And like you get to exist too. But we are really solid in our confidence in our study. Like we vested in our education, but we also vested in an opening up to like dropping off everything we think we know, so that I don't get stuck in that loop where my brain just constantly finds evidence of what I say is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's the way you can jam out of that, where like, if you keep saying it and you keep focusing on it, you're going to keep experiencing it that way.
Yeah.
Because one, you're reprogramming your water, which is liquid crystal.
Yes.
Right. So you're the programmer of your body.
Yeah. We're mostly water with these electrical currents that are running through us.
And Veda Austin, whom we went to see in person speak, who is doing incredible work with water
and the study of its
study of the fact that water is actually alive. She's really inviting us to have a conversation with water in general, because it does respond to us. It is communicating with us. And if that's true, then what happens if I'm like what I've started doing this morning, for example, I woke up and I was like, I'm alive. Like that's what is happening for me now. Like and again, Courtney, one of the things you said to me was, or in general, and it wasn't just to me, was if you wake up and you're breathing.
Wait, that is John Kabat-Zinn, who I
That's
quote, but I love that you give
Well, it's Courtney Orlando said, if you wake up and you're breathing, more is going right with you than wrong. And that is your quote for me forever. But
I learned it, by the way, from John Kabat-Zinn in my mindfulness.
And like, I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh. And there was like this song that in the movie from Xanadu, the movie Xanadu with Olivia Newton-John, that is with Electric Light Orchestra, and they sing, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. And they're so excited to be alive. And it actually is a moment when these 9 muses from ancient Greece are able to come into human form. And I feel like I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my gosh, look what I get to do. Like it's so magical that my human body that's filled with 85% water, I think that's about like more or less. And I'm like, look at you, you're doing amazing. All my limbs work. My brain is working better than ever. I am constantly like, I know my faith is deepening every day. It's so incredible.
And here's the cool thing. The water is what connects us all.
Yes.
Like, so the water is in everything on this planet, right? Like, and I mean, so as far as living things go, no living thing can be without the water, right? Like your plants are my 4 plants. Thank you. Accidentally. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at not.
A tardigrade might not need that much water.
But you know, the thing is like the whole ocean, what connects the planet? It's the water. And it's holding this like level of connectedness. Like I know like a lot of people talk about with is it mycelium under the with the mushrooms?
Oh yeah.
The fungi.
The fungi.
I know you do. You can talk about the fungi.
No, but it's like a communication network. Just like in the same thing with trees. Tree roots and how they connect. It's a communication network. You know, and
we're all consciously and non-consciously speaking to each other. So like our bodies, even us with you guys right now, like there's something like we could be really bugging out some of you, and then like other of you are very bored with us, and then there could be people that are like, who are those 3 ladies?
Yeah,
I like them.
Yes.
And And like we like to make room for all of it. Like that,
Yeah.
like I love that we're at that phase of our healing where we're like, yeah, you get to have that, and I don't need to internalize that.
Yes.
As like where like I don't have to internalize whatever it is that you feel or think of me as like true. Like it might be really nice, and I appreciate that. And maybe I do want to internalize that. Or I'm invited to internalize that where like and then it could be something like somebody views as negative, and both can be true. Like what if there's something I really need to look at about myself?
Yeah.
And like what if I dropped off as like it could come through as criticism, but then like I could be like, wow, maybe like it's interesting. I could look at that, or I could look at that and say, no, that person is experiencing me through their lens and mixing something up. And like, that's okay. I don't need to correct them.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't need to get in a fight with them about their perception of me.
Right.
But I also don't like really want to be around it. So go away.
Yes. Like that happened for me today. I had a real opportunity I upset someone, and I had a real opportunity to, the growth for me is that there was a time when I would have been so filled with despair because my young little child would have felt so scared and in danger for not having pleased every single person that I would have burst into tears. And instead today I was like, oh, wow, this person's having a big emotion. What is my part in it? And I did have some part in it, and I was able to do repair, and like I was like, look at how much I have grown and healed. Like and I feel like we both left feeling better, and I'm like, that is some big growth for me as someone who grew up learning to be pleasing to everyone and make sure everyone likes me.
Yeah, and avoid conflict.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
I think you're really good at conflict. Like
really?
Yes.
She's good at conflict.
I know it. I
know.
mean, like I feel like what can happen is if we're really a person of peace, which I feel that you are. I'm not necessarily a person of peace necessarily. I like to fight people.
Maybe not me.
No, I like both. I like both.
Yeah.
Like I like so. Like I don't want to fight for no reason. Like it's just that I'm not afraid to stand up for like what's authentic and like what's aligned ethically, right? So, but for you, I feel like as a natural like kind of like avoidant of conflict, you've actually taken that, which is so uncommon, Natalie. It is. And you've taken this like, okay, actually peace is my superpower. So that means I'm gonna dig in to the uncomfortable so I can create true peace instead of avoidance, which is simulation of peace.
Whoa, wow. Whoa, that was big. Okay.
Right?
And you're seeing me do that since we met.
Oh my God, I'm seeing you do that so much. Like you have like, okay, I'm gonna face these parts that I don't like. I'm going to face these people that are making me uncomfortable and are literally, I'm allowing to kill my spirit because I'm staying in situations to please. So I'm actually taking my personal responsibility of like, what's my role? And sometimes my role is I'm allowing it.
Yeah.
Right. Like sometimes the role is like, okay, well, Katie talks about, I love that you say this, and we've had good conversations around like dropping off, talking about paradigm shifts of just because it's family doesn't give them like they don't get the free pass.
No.
Yeah.
And people are very like, that's a very triggering thing about like, but that's your mother or your sister or your father. Okay, you're right. So I'm going to hold them to a higher standard, actually, not a lower one.
Right.
And even with my own children, like this whole thing that we'll be embarrassed. Oh, like I have two of my children, like I have 7 children, by the way. And like one I choose not to talk to, one chooses not to talk to me. And like, I get to respect that for him because he has memories and things that really like was triggering in a time that I was way less healed than I am now. And like, maybe he can't let that go, or maybe it was too much. And like, I get to love him by giving him and honoring that. Like for a while, I was like, no,
we just talked about this.
resolve.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I'm not honoring his boundaries.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and
Wow.
then even it got to like this year, like doing something out of love rather than spite. I'd always been like, I want him to know that I still love him and I'm going to send him these presents. And like, he was like, thanks, but bothered by it. And then I realized that's an invasion. He's asked me not to speak to him.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I thought, I'm going to love him by not giving him a present for his birthday or Christmas this year. And that is so out of the box. Like, what do you mean?
Right.
It's because I'm honoring that that's what, and I realized crossing my boundary.
Yep.
Don't curse on social media.
Yeah.
Don't fucking, I'm a
Yeah, I think you can.
don't you don't get to force your love on me. Like that is an invasion. And I think like only recently I was like, oh, okay. I'm not going to send you something then. It's, oh my gosh. And I don't need to be like, I'm not going to send you something. I'm going to speak in my action.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
And he might read it as, oh, she's mad now. And I don't know, but it's none of my business how my business is, this is the boundary you put up and I love you. So I want to really honor that.
Yeah. Wow. That's really big. That's a big growth
right?
for you too.
It is. It is.
And I feel like just in general, like in the collective, and you may be able to speak to this a little, Natalie, with like the astrology of what's happening right now, things that are not aligned with who you are becoming, with who you are in this moment and the intention that you are putting out there. Like, this is what my goal is. This is where I want to be. This is the timeline that I want to step into. It is tough when you're like, yes, I want this. Yes, I want this. And then all of the shit around you suddenly is like, okay, this is what's in your way.
Yeah.
Are you ready? And I'm going to tell you a little trick that I learned just with this. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to do this.
Can you tell a story to illustrate what you're talking about?
Because
I don't really understand.
So say that,
or someone else's story.
Yeah. So say that someone's having this experience and they're very in their experience. And you're like, I have all of these tools that I can help this person.
Oh.
And I can do this and I can do this and this and this and this for this person. And then that person is not in a space where they are ready to be open to these things. Yet, because you are who you are and you want to do things the way that align with you, you're like, you know what? I understand that this is happening, and I'm going to keep putting myself in this space, in the space that's not aligned with this person that doesn't line up with who I am because of my growth and because of what I'm calling in for myself. And the trick is to make it a conscious choice, to say, you know what? This doesn't align right now. And this is tough, and this person may not be open to, the things that I have to share. And I'm choosing to stay in it because I need to do it for me, not for this person, not to try and trust this.
Choosing to stay
when you're choosing to stay in an unaligned space because your intuition is telling you, write it out because there are bigger things ahead. Be true to yourself because there's bigger things ahead.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So
like a timing. Like a timing of letting go.
Because sometimes you can't, like, you might want to be like, fuck this, I'm done. But that isn't for your highest good.
Right. Like, you're aware that it's done and you're aware that the timing is I'm going to have to sit in this uncomfortable spot for a minute.
Yes.
So that's because it might be like a karmic balancing point.
Yes.
That I have to complete. Like, I don't necessarily have to be comfortable or even like it. So even that can be an alignment. That might be alignment. That could be an alignment with I am seeing this as a karmic balancing point.
Yeah.
And at any given point, I can change my mind.
Yes. And the other piece of that is saying, okay, this is say you're in it, you're choosing it, and all the stuff is happening that's really activating for you.
Yeah.
And you say, God, this is pissing me off so much, and I'm choosing to stay in it. Because when you do that, when you say, and I'm choosing this, you don't have the resentment.
Yes. Yes. You're not going to store that.
Because it's not being done to you.
It's not. You are choosing it for yourself.
Yeah.
And that actually creates space to just have the experience.
Mm.
And it is a huge gift to just say, this is shitty and this is happening and I feel this way about it and I'm still choosing to stay.
This is, you know what I feel like I love about that is we were talking about, which I guess we'll talk more about maybe in the next episode, but we were talking about how we're here to be human. I was saying like, I'm not here to be a martyr in this lifetime. I'm not here to be somebody's hero. I mean, not that I would mind like if I helped save somebody, but like I mean, I was a critical care nurse for a long time.
As she goes like this and her Supergirl S
like
comes out. Yes.
No, but what I'm saying is like I'm really interested in being like this permission to be fully human.
Yeah.
But like consciously human.
Yes.
So that's
Yes,
what
yes,
I feel
yes.
like
Yes.
oh, I am consciously getting to experience this, but I'm conscious of it. So I have witness to myself of like, this is interesting. What's coming up for me around this? And how does this feel in my body? And I feel like one, it invites me into the human experience at such a deeper level.
Yes.
And two, I feel like it gets me in my body.
Yep.
Because if you're a resentment and you're holding all this like in your body, you want to go up out of it. You want to bypass that because you're not going to get around the motivational triad in the human design and the reptilian brain. Avoid pain, seek pleasure, do it in the most efficient manner possible. Right. Okay, I don't care who you are. You're not getting around that. You can get around it for a time. You won't succeed for the long term.
Yep.
So it's just built. It's genetically programmed. That's part of like the 25 absolute % things that like we don't have an option. So like how can I create?
You went.
I know.
You snapped.
Did I snap
you? Did. I'm sorry. You snapped.
Maybe she didn't even need a snapping. I snapped you out of something. So like, I like what I'm trying to say is, okay, so how do I work with that then? If there's a non-negotiable like that, then how do I work with that? How do I do so consciously, right, from a place of empowerment?
Yes.
Right, because I also want to be in this human life in experiencing what true empowerment feels like. Not just powerful, but empowered.
Yeah, no, that's different.
Yeah, it's different.
Like,
sovereign.
Yeah, like a sovereign power. Like, oh, and what does it feel like to use this differently? Like, what does it feel like to use my power to do what Katie's talking about? Like, how can I use my power to look at things differently and experience them? There's so many ways to experience the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's perspective. And the more, in my experience, the more I've been able to get in my body, the more my perspective widens because it gives me a chance to actually feel and experience things in ways that if I'm like, oh, I don't want to deal with this, I'm not going to pay attention.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to have that perspective. I'm going to be like, this is what I want. And I'm only going to look in this direction. And then I miss all of the stuff that is coming in to show up to actually help me and to be like a support system for me.
And or others when we're channeling.
Right.
Right. So it's like, when you have that ability to start to honestly, it's called metacognition, by the way, if anybody wants to know the clinical term for it. But
metacognition, everybody.
Metacognition. The ability to observe oneself.
Yeah.
And when you can really get into this like observatory stance with yourself, but also others, it gives you, it's actually great for your health, truthfully, because what it puts you into is reactivity versus responding.
Yes.
And reactivity is everybody's going to have a level of reaction. But then how quickly do I recalibrate?
Yeah.
How quickly can I get my footing back and get into emotional and physical regulation, right? Like, how can I do that?
Yoga is great for that.
Yes. Yoga is great for that. Breath work is great for that.
Yep.
Reiki is great for that.
Meditation.
Mindfulness-based meditation. Lots of cool things are great.
Getting on my knees and
praying.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
can't believe I'm saying this.
I know.
But the way I grew up.
The power of prayer does change things.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Like just growing up with my family, like I can't believe I'm the one saying getting on my knees and praying.
Right.
Like, you know who's amazing? Okay, so
You.
one of my professors is Dr. Andy Newberg, and he's a neuroscientist, and he's amazing. And he also like studies a lot of like philosophical and kind of like, I think of him as a little theologian, but I don't know if you would agree with that or not. But like, he's so great, and he does like all these great scans on like the brain, like in people in different states and prayer states, and also studies like their neuroscience. And we actually have, what's crazy is that our same neural pathway that is for sex is the same one for God.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, they share the same neural
That's
pathway.
Creative libido, sexual libido, and creative libido. That makes
But how like for centuries.
Wow.
Oh, he talks about, he has his recent book on it.
But they thought it was so separate.
Well, that's always been fighting.
Yes.
But and then the other little area that's right there is violence.
Ooh.
That makes a lot of sense to the world, right?
Whoa,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like his work is so profound that like then you start understanding like, oh, look at all these major religions, how they've shamed all of them have shamed. I'm like, wait, all of them have shamed like sex is dirty and bad.
But again, it's being in the human body. It's bad. It's bad.
It's bad. Like look at like it's like if you think that, I don't care where you are in the world, that's one thing we all have in common. You have a collective imprint somewhere that to be human is to err, right?
Yeah.
And that it's a problem.
That's inherited.
It's inherited. The shame, right? Like people say we're not born with shame. The fuck we aren't. That's
epigenetic.
That's your epigenetic. Yeah. That's an informational substance that have come from
generations.
If you want to say whoever the original Adam and Eve were, right? Mm-hmm. Like even the very story in the fabric of three main religions on the planet, it creates its existence. Mm-hmm. And we have all these rituals around getting rid of the dirtiness of humans. Yeah. And I'm just like, where's the ritual to celebrate our beauty? Like, even like, listen, I support plant medicine, and there's some areas I don't support plant medicine. Yeah. And I don't support it killing the ego. You want to open the mind? There's a lot of different ways to do it. Yeah. Like your plant medicine can be on your table every day, calling your food. Like, what are you eating every day for breakfast and and for lunch and for dinner? Because that's going to open your mind more up if I have the health of my microbiome and my connected vagus nerve way better.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not shaming anything. I'm just saying I'm opening up a conversation around that. Is like, but this whole thing is like, I'm not going into anything and if there is shame, I want to go take the charge off of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like the only thing I want to feel shame over is if I really did something wrong that's not aligned with me.
Right.
And then I want to go put a balancing point of what that looks like to move forward and learn from it and like use shame as a friend. Mm-hmm. Not, and the same with fear. Like all this concept of, the fear is low vibrating. No, it's not.
It's not.
Stop it. Okay? Stop.
Stop.
Cut it out. Everybody cut it out.
You hear that, everybody on YouTube? You hear that on TikTok?
Every emotion has a range of vibrational frequencies that go with it.
Talk about the mute, because she does sound therapy, and is very tuned to like the hertz.
Yeah, and just with
the frequency.
So fear that is we'll say like a lower sound, a lower vibration, is a fear that looks like, oh my God, everything's terrible. I'm not going to leave my house. Oh my God, this is so bad. And something's going to happen to me. And everything is a terrible place, and it stops you.
I'm going to go to hell.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go to hell if I'm fully human. Oh no.
It stops you from being able to actually live your life. Mm-hmm. Whereas fear in a higher vibration is, oh shit, there's, a lion there. Maybe I should steer clear until that passes.
Or does that fear tell me this is really important to me?
Right.
Like, what is the fear when you get a new relationship with fear,
Yeah.
the same with love, right? Like you can have a really unhealthy relationship with love. Ask any sex addict.
Yeah.
Ask any relationship addict.
Yeah.
Like you can have a terrible relationship with love.
Yeah.
So like, what is your relationship? Like you can put love in a box and think that you weren't loved because your
XYZ.
attitude is it has to look like this, and I'm over attached to an identity about it.
Yeah.
So now I'm hurt and I'm the victim.
Yeah.
And like
that's that lower vibration.
That can be a lower vibrational thing. It's a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like,
whereas, you know, in the sense of like, I'm going to take this fear and let me check in. Am I really afraid of this, or am I just like nervous? And is it nervous because I'm afraid I'm going to die, or is this something new that I don't have an experience of yet?
Totally.
So again, if you just, it's a practice, guys. Like I still F it up
That's
a million times a day, you know, and it doesn't matter how long you've been practicing something, doing something. It's like you have these new experiences every single day where you can change your relationship with the emotions that you're feeling.
I feel like your cards do that.
Yeah, I do.
Katie does a card, tell them.
Yeah, I do. Every day, actually, this is my practice for the past 4 years. I do a daily card that is posted to my Facebook and also to Instagram.
Wow.
Where it's a channeled message, basically from spirit, saying, okay, this is this concept, and here are a few things, and here's something that you can do about it, and maybe you can look at something this way. And for me, that practice has been amazing. You know, because for me, it's like, okay, this is something I get to do. I get to do this. It's good for me because I get to have that connection and that routine, that prayer, that meditation, that peace every single day. And I get to share that with people.
Yeah.
And my intention is always that it gets where it needs to be, you know? And I've watched it grow, and I've watched it evolve, and I've watched it like reach people in all kinds of different ways. And it's just an amazing thing. And it takes, 15 minutes.
Yes.
And
to do that.
It's true. And I feel like with Natalie, I feel like you use the astrology.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to, sorry, other astrologers, I don't like you. I like Natalie. I'm sorry. I might like you. I don't know you.
She's very loyal.
Her son
She's
Venus.
loyal.
Both of our Venuses are in Aquarius, and she's an Aquarian, so she really enjoys the way my isness.
And
but I want.
But no, I'm saying like she honestly, the way that you use and speak astrology is like these invitations. It's not like this. It's not fear based.
Yes.
First of all. Secondly,
so unhelpful.
It's so unhelpful. It's not fear based.
Yeah.
It's okay. These are the energies, and it's not like this is what's going to happen because it's in this sign and you can't help it. You're like, actually, free will comes first. You say,
yes,
right, and then you say these are the energies that are here and available.
Yeah.
Here's the collective energy.
Yeah.
Here's your individual energy. This might be what's coming up for you. What does that feel like right now at this phase of your life and on this day and in your body? And what does it feel like to like shift your awareness? Like, I feel like you help with your yoga training too, like, and your Jungian background. Like, I feel like it is so helpful to me anyway, where I'm like, or it validates like, oh my gosh, if I've been gaslit a lot of my life for my family of origin, like I could really question myself, like, is that am I? And when it's like, oh, okay, this is validating that, like, at least this is how I'm experiencing, or the lens that I'm experiencing, and like, oh, this might be what is up for me. Like, now what do I want to do with it?
Right.
Do I want to practice choiceless awareness and like just simply observe it? Do I want to lean into this and try something new and be a complete mess, but like I'm making new mistakes?
Yes.
Like, do I want to double down backwards and like do it consciously?
Yes.
Do I just want to be in it and be like, no, F you, this is where I want to be.
Yeah,
I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
And none of it's wrong.
Correct.
None of it's wrong. You're just like, okay, that's your experience. But I like the conscious. So I'm making conscious choice.
It's a game changer. I'm telling you.
Yeah, conscious choice.
This is one of those things where, we all get in our heads about it. Like, God, if I would have known this like 10 years ago, Try not to do that to yourselves, guys. Really,
Yeah.
trust the fact that when things come online for you, they're coming on at the time that is for your highest good. Because moving forward, it will be something that you'll be able to take and to use and to integrate into who you are because of your experiences.
That's right.
And I wonder, can you talk a little bit about, I know like February 20th, you always say is like,
well, I want to
big-
talk,
yeah.
yes, let me keep that in my mind. I want to say that something that Courtney was saying earlier about something about 1970s is when consciousness started to change and shift. And I just was listening yesterday to people talking about how in around like late 60s, 1970, what happened was there was a nuclear bomb, the Hiroshima bomb happened, and then that happened back around like World War II. And when that happened, the cosmos was actually disrupted because of that. So a bunch of spirits and souls were like, okay, we're coming down. We're going to incarnate now. And they came in around in late 60s or 70s. And they were the beginning. It's like during the hippie era, they started the process of awakening. And like then in 87,
that was when they started singing about the age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. And then that, I mean, I don't know if that play was written then, but that was when that idea started. And then around 87, there was another, so I don't know what it's called, the generation that came in. I'm one of them, like the late 60s in 1970. And then there was like in 87, there was another, it's called a harmonic convergence, where another group of souls came in. And we're like, okay, there's enough love frequency from the spirits and souls who volunteered to come in, like first, with nothing happening. They came in first. And that was difficult for them. There's a lot of people in that generation who struggle with addiction and alcoholism because it was so difficult to be human here. And with a love frequency at that time. And now even more and more incarnating and coming in. And also there's enough of a love frequency happening. There's enough awakening happening that the balance is being tipped into like, okay, we are incarnating so that we can, whole new era, this whole new epoch is happening right now. We are in it right this moment. And part of it is what Katie was asking about, is that we are at the final degrees of like an era that is, it's like a 12,000 year cycle.
Yeah. Holy mackerel.
Yeah. It's called the Kali Yuga cycle. And it is happening. We are Saturn, which is systems and structures, is at the grand finale of Pisces, which dissolves everything. And so is Neptune. Neptune is like already everything is dissolved around Neptune. So Neptune is the dream. Saturn is structures and systems, and they're both in Pisces right now. And on February 20th, they're both going to come together at the 0 point. The 0 point of consciousness, the 0 point of everything, of creation, of the 0 degrees of Aries. And that conjunction, I don't even know when that has happened ever before at that exact, with and let alone with everything else happening alongside it. And now we have 3i Atlas here. There's other beings that have come into our solar system as well, who are floating around. And also the balance has tipped in that many more people are talking about like, I saw an ET. Yeah. I saw it. Like,
Harvard did a literal study.
Yeah, it's
called the Galileo Project, and they released that study. Oh. That's a real study, and they said, "Oh, the aliens are already here."
And it was so funny.
It's a real study.
This is actually like a really clear example of the consciousness shift. When they released that,
nobody freaked out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's like
I feel like people are like, thank God they're finally telling us the truth,
right? Like so those people who have been who have always struggled with being believed, and they were gaslit for so long, maybe from the late 60s and 70s, who actually were abducted and taken off planet and had things done to them and came back, and then they were like, no one believed them. They had nowhere to talk about this. There are so many communities now, people being like, oh my God, that happened to me too. Oh my God, thank God. Like, so it's so.
I also feel like that was like there was some fear, and like I think that those things happened, and I think that there was a utilization of like to fear people
Oh
up.
yeah.
Oh,
And it was
absolutely.
I like Katie talks about we're all over the place, but this is how it is to have a conversation with us,
Yeah,
by
we
the way.
literally jump all
But
over.
it's like, but it all comes together because it's all connected. But when I like your humor on it. Like, by the way, they don't actually need a ship.
Oh yeah. I say that all the time.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so if you think about like other dimensions and other universes
We
and,
don't need
and
a ship.
beings that are like
No.
more highly evolved, because they've lived other lives and they're not from the place where Earth is from. They're not from this vibration.
This is why I'm not a good
They
driver.
do not need a ship
Mhm.
to do anything.
Mhm.
Because
Sophia, it's why
they
you're not a good
literally
driver.
can just, it's like when you start to get that fear energy that comes in, like, oh my God, the aliens are going to attack.
Mhm.
If they wanted us to be dead, guess what?
Mhm.
We would not be sitting here having this conversation.
Right.
And it's just that reminder.
Because I said that's why I'm not a good driver.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that. We teleport where I'm
Right,
from.
exactly.
Yeah, seriously.
But I mean, it's just it's good to have like that little bit of humor attached to
Mhm.
that as well, And if you really think about it, it's like, oh, right, that actually does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because how they're depicted is often not actually how they are. Just saying.
Yeah. So we
Just
are
saying.
an hour.
Oh
We're at an
wow.
hour.
I know.
So which flew by.
It did.
Yeah.
Flew by. So I wonder about like doing a wrap up for this, our founding episode. What do you
Yeah.
think?
I mean,
Yeah. This is what can happen. This is why when we get together, I just want to say this.
yeah.
We'll get together for breakfast.
Oh,
And it's like
Mm.
6
And it's a 6-hour breakfast because this is just what happens.
yes.
Well, I hope everybody found this helpful.
Yeah.
We had a lot of, I think, like nuggets of like,
yeah.
yay.
Oh, Sophia.
Yeah. And we had talked about like just what this looks like, and
Mhm.
there may be a time where we like open it up and say
Mhm.
like if there's a subject that you would like to
Mhm.
hear us talk about, like to send
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
with on our social media or email or whatever that looks like, and when you do it.
I didn't even, you guys, I'm only reading the
You
comments. I
can,
don't
yeah,
mean to,
you
like-
can come. You can write to us, any of us, Katie, Courtney, or me, and I will, if I can. I don't know if I can do this on TikTok, but I will put our contact information on YouTube. We'll put it on Facebook, and we'll.
Lindsay Gorman. Oh my God. I'm finally looking at, I'm not used to the social media.
I know.
She is the social media.
I'm
queen.
getting us
I
out
am
there so
not.
that people can receive our magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very
Yeah.
important.
We've been transmitting it from here, but
Yeah.
Natalie's challenging the
Yeah.
two of us to be like,
So it'd be
probably
like,
the world should
hey,
actually
how
Yeah,
about-
let's get
get to
this
see your
out to
face.
like China and India. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
and how about that? The first time Natalie did my astrology chart, when I was telling her, I was like, I just am not a technology person. And she said, and it was the most validating, funniest thing ever. She said, you literally have like 0 energy in your house of technology.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
thank God. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
So that, again,
Yeah.
that's like that little astrology wink. That's like, just because you don't have it doesn't mean you can't learn it.
Yes.
As I sit here waving to all of you.
Yes. So thank you
yeah,
all.
thank you.
Whether you're watching it live or in a recording, we'll post this YouTube link. We have it saved on Zoom. We can share this around on the Zoom recording.
Sophia Adler, I love you.
We love you,
And,
Sophia.
We love
And
you.
everybody.
And everyone, we
the
love you,
girls,
everybody.
Eileen,
And we'll
Oh my
post this on
gosh.
Facebook too.
Kara.
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
That's awesome.
And stay
So,
tuned for our next episode. Stay
Yeah.
tuned.
Yeah.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
I love you.